Welcome to the show, fellas. I'm using my tiny little Acer computer because my big computer is updating stuff. Still stuck at 67%. It has a little warning: "Do not turn off computer." Blah blah blah. This computer has a one of those built-in microphones and cameras, so it's going to be easy to use this one. But the quality's probably going to be kind of low today, so let's just move on. First piece of mail. This stuff is so small I can't see it. Hold on one second, fellas. It's too big. Alright, what do we have here? Blocked by an aggressive woman. First time hitting up a lounge in years. Player, and the experience wasn't the best. I'll make this as quick as possible. I got eye contact from a woman sitting across the room. Although a little nervous, I decided to man up and talk to her. As I was approaching, I saw her smile and she started checking herself in a mirror. But before I got there, another woman, a big girl, yet cute for her weight, sort of like Queen Latifah, blocked my path. She grabbed my arm and told me to dance with her. I told her maybe later and continued around her. She actually grabbed my arm again and turned me around to face her. She grabbed me once before as I made my way away. However, by the time I got there, another guy had already asked the original woman I saw to dance. All this was only maybe 30 seconds. Okay. What's the best way to handle aggressive women you don't want to dance with? I don't really have a good method except to push them off you. I really couldn't tell you the best way. I don't handle that kind of situation very well, especially if I used to be really nice about it, and then I became really shitty about it as my confidence grew. So taking advice from me on that would not be the best thing. Okay, sorry about that, because I tend to be a bit of an asshole sometimes. Nightclub game tips. I saw your video, and you mentioned that you were trying to learn marketing. Oh yes, thank you very much there, J60. I think I've already responded to that one. Let's see. Odor advice for the fellas. Something better than vanilla oil. Really? Okay. Odor advice. Okay. I haven't seen it spelled that way. Dear Sifu instructor, that's Chinese for teacher. In your 7 steps, you said you use vanilla oil to stimulate one of their 5 senses. So I gave it a try, but I only got a few compliments from girls. Okay, think about it this way. You never got compliments before. So it takes a lot for people to speak up and actually say something, okay, before you condemn it. All right, so think about it. You got compliments from a few girls. All right. Before, how many compliments have you ever gotten? I agree it works great to some extent, but there are some better alternatives. Oh, okay. I'm sure there are. I always try to improve my player skills and refine my tools of the trade. Fragrances is just a tool in a toolkit, in my experience. But I'm gonna share my experience with some fragrance. I highly recommend you fellas read 7 steps first, or at least some game. Confidence and conversation skills is mandatory. If you don't have those 2 traits, please, 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 just read this, but don't apply it yet before mastering those 2 traits. You will come across as creepy, and she will associate that creepy experience with that scent, and then will ruin it for other guys. All right. So let me tell you how I apply this tool. I apply it only when I'm hunting. Exactly. You don't wear vanilla oil in your everyday life. You only do it when you're going to the clubs. And that, fellas, means I most aptly or apply apply it every motherfucking day. Well, I couldn't hunt when I was going to work. I don't hunt at work. Because every day I wake up, I'm in the game. Yes, you are. Just like Supreme taught me. The only difference is you don't do it at work. You do walk like a player. You want to do everything like a player, but you don't have to hunt at work. You don't want to leave those work girls alone. All right. When I see a girl I dig, I first try it to make eye contact, but sometimes the girls are too busy with something, talking, reading a book, typing in her BlackBerry, and simply didn't notice you. This is the first time to use your tool to get her attention subtly. Just get a little closer, about 20 feet away from her. If she likes the smell, it will draw her attention, and she will start to search for the source of the pleasant smell. And for some reason, girls always find out it's you. They have a very good sense of smell. Don't underestimate women's senses. They have much better senses than us guys. Okay. He goes on to say, she then look at your way. Now, if she likes how you looks, she will lock eyes with you and give a choosing signal. Now it's the time to step over to her and start a conversation. It's that easy. I'm going to give you my top 5 list, which I have the most success rating from experience. Number 5, vanilla oil. Players Supreme could explain why. Number 4, Axe Phoenix deodorant. Cheap and versatile, will give you compliments, at least make women more open to you. Cool water, that's what I used to use, cool water. That's like going way back into my 30s. I like the smell of cool water. Cool water is a good one. Number 2, La Mail by Jean Paul de Gaultier. I don't know that one. This is good shit. When I'm in college class, I put on this perfume. I've always have girls wanting to sit close to me. Oh, really? Okay. Number 1. I'm hesitant to give this to you. This is very potent. This shit is voodoo. You'll be needing to hold off chicks with a stick, even a crowbar, if you're a pretty boy. Well, they already do. But let's see what it is. Pure Malt by Thierry Mugler. It works best on brothers and Asians because of its unique, exotic, foreign smell. Okay. Now, the only problem with that, there, brother, is that certain colognes will act with people's body chemistry a certain way. That's why I don't actually recommend colognes. It's good that you found something that works for you. Some women may have a bad reaction to it, and that's what I didn't want. I've only had one girl have a bad reaction to vanilla oil. She didn't like it. She said it smelled too feminine, feminine. And now it's probably gonna scare everybody out there. One girl out of how many thousands of girls have I been in contact over the last since I started doing this at I don't know 29, 30 to 45. One girl. Okay. Let's see. Books on sex and strange body type. I do apologize. I really can't see very well. Um, this is a very small computer. It's what I used when I go on vacation or trips, and I haven't used it in a long time. It's got dust all over it. And I'm allergic to dust. I don't like dust. It makes my skin itch. I start crawling and shit. All right. Books on sex and strange body type. What's up, player? I have a question. Before you mentioned that you used to read books on sex, which one do you recommend to start with? I don't know. Reinhold, it was such a long time ago. There was one book that nobody can find, and it was called Him. That's all I can suggest. Also, oh no, something's coming to my brain. The 1 hour orgasm. Try to find that one. Okay. I also want to know what part of the game is hardest for you to master. I mean, what was the last thing you learned before you actually become became supreme player. Oh, wow. Okay, we're not talking about the Mac level. We're just talking about the player level. And but this applies to all of them actually. The last thing was not to be intimidated by super fine chicks. I still remember that to this day. This really smoking hot Asian babe came into the Starbucks, and I had just the the switch flipped. And ever since that day, I've never had any intimidation by them. Like smoking hot babes, as you guys call them. That was the last thing. Last question about lifting weights. I've been working out for 4 years now, and I have to say that I have a very strange body type. Normally, I don't look that big, but after every workout, I get so big, people think I'm on steroids and can't stop looking at me. That's because you pump, you get a good pump. I don't know of anyone who gets as big, swollen as I get after 1 hour at the gym. Am I doing something that's wrong though? A lot of people probably ain't doing the right thing. And yes, player, I do have German roots. Well, obviously, Reinhold, that's German. Anyway, that's probably where you get your size from, because Germans are some big motherfuckers. The German knights, look at history. The German knights, go back to the Germanic tribe. They were savages, big savages. But Rome was afraid of them. Okay, that's how bad they were. Let's see. That Wilbur is writing back. I'm not going to read those. Let's go on to the phone number. This fella seems to be stuck, and he wants everyone else to be stuck with him. Phone number. Hey, what's good, Player Supreme? I was listening to some game. Oops, I better check the time before I go into this. Okay, got a couple minutes. I was listening to some game from this older guy. He's about your age. He is real cool and gives good knowledge. However, I have to disagree with him on just giving out my number to women and not having theirs. I think it's a feminine trait and gives the chicks the power. I agree. I tried that too, and I feel like a bitch sitting there waiting for a female to call. Okay? I like for her to put her number in my phone. Period. Fuck the bullshit. That's something that this guy may have a passive trait, a feminine trait inside of him. A lot of guys they want to take. I believe in doing the easy road also. And when I was on the Pimps Network, they were recommending that, that whole pimp type behavior thing, and give out your card to girls and let them choose up on you. That works for good-looking guys. I don't consider myself that 5%. I'm in the rest of the 95% that I've made myself when I was in the game more attractive. Okay? I worked on myself. I'm not that 5% of super good-looking guys, or 3%, whatever it is. So that works well for them. But if you're an average motherfucker, you guys saw the video I put up yesterday, you ain't got a chance in hell of that shit doing you well. So I got two more from Wilbur, and let's go on to being talkative, and we'll check the time. I got 2 minutes. Hopefully this one isn't very long. Good. Short. Hello, player. Do you think you could get away with not being talkative? No, you cannot. I have realized that I'm not that talkative, and I wonder if I should try to change. Yes, you should. 100% addicting RS. Uh, don't try to fall back on your bullshit. Okay, don't let yourself get away with that. That's a cop out. Talkative, non-talkative people are seen as being creepy. You don't want that creepy vibe, especially women. Women love to talk. So if you want to get good with women, you got to learn how to be good at talking. They love to talk. See them always on the phones. Look at your mama. She talks on the phone all day long. Your sisters, if you have sisters, your cousins, whatever. Look at women. They love to fucking talk. So you got to get good at it. The guys that get good at it, they get good with women. And that's one of the things I'd learned to do because I was real shy. I wouldn't talk to anybody. And now look at me. Toastmasters.